Hey everyone, and welcome to another Small Town Magic video. So today we're going to be playing Red-White Militia Bugler. This is a list that has recently put up a 5-0 on the October 15th results published thing. This one does some interesting things. So Planeswalker Zen put up a 5-0 with this deck. I made some minor changes, but nothing huge. No, did I actually make changes? Never mind. I don't even know if I made changes to this deck. Actually, I don't think I did. I lied. But it's, you know, some light removal and guys. So it's not a full Boros Aggro deck. It's a little more mid-rangey. And you know, it has some big hits. I guess my biggest concern is that you just get brick-walled against green-black. You can't pressure aggro fast enough, and even I don't know how good your bird magic is. But we're going to find out. We're going to play through and see how things go. It's, you know, a different way to do things, and it looks interesting enough. So we are going to jump into a league, but yeah, so my biggest concern is kind of like the green black zombies, where even if we get our deck to do exactly what we want it to do, that might just not have a big enough impact, which was definitely the case with green black. Like, we couldn't win a match, but we were doing everything the deck was supposed to do. So spoilers for my Green Black Zombies video if you haven't watched it already. But, like, we get to see the deck go off, and I'm afraid that might happen with this deck too. And even when this deck is going off, it's not very impressive. It's just playing creatures and, you know, putting counters on them and stuff. And I just don't want to get brick walled in that process. So, hand is totally reasonable. And alright, so green black, so we get to see how this turns out right away. So I think we'll take this opportunity to get the Bugler down. We know we're going to have another thing coming here. So, like, we might want a Lightning Coil, Lava Coil next turn, or we'll just Aurelia. But Aurelia is only... so this gives us double spell if we end up Lava Coiling. Aurelia is only a great choice if there is less than 5 power. Or 5 power or less. Which there is. So then, yeah, I guess we'll just take the opportunity to get the Aurelia into play. We don't get Trample, but we do get Vigilance, so... so the concern here is Chupacabras. I mean, I think this deck is always going to be fall victim to Chupacabra. So I'm gonna coil. I think I coil the Ranger. That can't be right. We shrink our Knight of Grace, but like, either these two things would bounce off each other, or this, you know, gets smaller. But I don't think we get to attack with Aurelia. Oh, we're getting a trigger, though. I think we're still going to just put it here. Okay, So they do have the contempt. They just waited a little too long to use it. So that's it. They either get to take a lot of damage or mitigate a little bit, but we might be in okay shape this game. I mean, we get another Knight of Grace. We're in big trouble against something like a Ritual Sit, but there's that juke. Oh, weird. They must really... So they have, like, language... Okay, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm not sure if they're trying to get into a Vraska or if they're trying to get into a Fine Finality. Basically, I think we're just gonna go this way and actually just cast this. I think we beat the Vraska anyway, so we'll just play around the Fine Finality better. Like, it's a pretty particular hand where you don't keep... You're trying to get to something very specific when you're getting beat down and you don't keep your Chupacabra. I don't know if there's an actual out here. Okay. So we're up a game. We'll use their removal. We'll bring in some Phoenixes. And we're going to bring in these honor guards, because I'm pretty sure that's why they're in the deck. Oops. Oh, we have a lot of cuts. So we still have 4 cards to go. Maybe we just have too much high end, but the flyers are kind of how we're going to win the game if things actually get bogged down. These don't attack rate like against green black. Like, they're going to cost a lot of life. Maybe they go out completely. Get our Aurelias back. I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll give this a try, see how it feels. 9 hits for Johnny's minus, which is, I guess, we'll do this. There's 10 things that Johnny can get back. Since we are bringing in the extra Johnny, we need to be able to punch through their possible wall of creatures. We're pretty removal heavy, but I think we'll keep it. Especially since this isn't even a proper 2-drop. There's another Playcrafter on the other side. Trophy goes away, so we have a trophy if we ever want it. We'll coil. Just so we're not holding a bunch of cards. Get attacking. So we need to start attacking sometime. interesting. So a naked Findbroker might mean they just have another Findbroker, but they're just trying to, you know, not do too much damage before they get to something bigger. So we'll take a shock here. Play War Boss, play Conclave. And if they have like a Planeswalker, you know, if they have a Vraska as a follow-up, we can trophy it. I mean, they still have 4 cards in hand, but we're doing better against this deck than I ever expected we would be. There's our favorite Chupacabra. Why does this person keep hitting Chupacabra? I'm not entirely sure what our opponent's setting up, like a fine finality. And we can find, we will do this turn, but we can cast Find and get our hand back, so. See if they have the Rascal's Contempt. Go for the Chupacabra. Vivian, huh? So they could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're setting up to Chup and Vivian in the same turn. So I think because of that we hold out. Because none of those are good enough. But if they, you know, go hard after the Phoenix, we can kind of strike back. So get him down to 5. And hold out for this next turn. Because they're definitely gonna, like, really go after the Phoenix.
Let's see if you're worthy. No one said restoration was painless.
So this is the board state that I expected us to see playing against. So I could either trophy. I think I actually just have to trophy. Since I can't cast this turn, I can't let this get too out of hand. So not sure if this is right, but it does give us the opportunity that, like, now that this is around, if we get this killed, we can look at a Johnny for spells. So this is gonna go away. But now a Johnny can also cast 5 Finality. Yeah, I guess I'll make them. This actually makes their attack this turn a little different. Or it kills me. That also works. I mean, it killed me no matter what, so. So game 3, I don't know if there's anything we want to do differently. I mean, this kind of reinforced that creatures were good, or like flyers are good. I think we'll just take our chances with this other stuff. Getting the Honor Guard to stop the end of the battlefield abilities would be pretty great if we could actually draw one of them. Yeah. I think this deck is the entire reason they're in the sideboard. And there is one. So. So we're not going to follow the age-old advice to kill the elf. But we will run out our Honor Guard. Just hope that they're on a handful of Explorer guys and Chupacabras. So their deck is definitely way worse when it's just casting 2 ones. Oh, there's actually, that's kind of cool that there's an animation for that. So I'm actually going to get the War Boss out since they just have X1s. We're not going to attack with Honor Guard. However, next turn when it's a 2-4, maybe. Still no. We're just going to attack with Goblin Token for now. So we'll Phoenix this turn, we'll Benalia Lava Coil next turn, and I mean, at the very least, Honor Guard is super disruptive for playing better. Come on, Johnny. So we get to see how bad they need mana right now. This is going to stay on top. Does currently have 0 targets. That's interesting. So coil. That's 3. I hate that the attack all button goes away when you have a forced attack. I have definitely not attacked in 2 ways because of it before. It's one of the small learning curve things because you always get used to the attack all button, which is covered by my picture, but it's nothing. I mean, Sons of the Clowns? I think we just get in the damage while we can get in the damage. Like, we'll lose these 2 for sure, but... Don't have Banefires in to close it. I mean, they're looking for 2 lands to cast Finality.
strong.
This is lethal, right? Yeah. So, well, we beat green black. As I said right away, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, they didn't have totally insane draws, but they did what their deck does, and we made it through. So I will see you guys back for round 2.